Hello, welcome to yet another Equity for Keeps video. For a change, we're not going to talk about equities in this video. We're talking about foreign relations, and a relations expert has come up with the Anglosphere Alliance in one of the articles he wrote in one of the London newspapers. And we've come up with this Anglosphere Alliance key to the UK's future, or a pitch against the EU and the balance against China. The Anglosphere is, according to the author of that article, John Holzman. That's in there, John Holzman. We first of all he begins this analysis with NATO. Has the has three countries there that has a full spectrum capabilities. That is the capability to engage in every sort of military mission, from peacekeeping to war fighting, and obviously the US and UK dominate that, and which is of course the two principal Anglosphere entities. And then you have the Asia, Australia, India, US, Japan, and this in the Anglosphere elements are there to principally balance out China's weight. And then they have the Five Eyes, and he has five eyes: the US, UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and according to him, the Paramount Intelligence Gathering and Sharing Group. And then he has the 7 of the 10 freest and most open global economies: Hong Kong, Singapore, New Zealand, Australia, Ireland, Canada, and the United Arab Emirates. So he has it that the Anglosphere is vital to understand, as it provides an overall strategic narrative for much that the new Prime Minister is about to attempt to do in terms of Britain's foreign policy. So, in terms of the strategic alliances in NATO, still the undisputed flagship, yes, we've talked about that. And he's obviously saying that of course, this whole ideology is going to be of great interest to Donald Trump, and also believing that Trump is going to stay for much longer. See, the what they have picked out from the whole article that stands out the most, according to them, probably, is that Boris sees the informal alliance of English-speaking powers not as a relic of the UK's past, but as the key to the future. So he, towards the end, he concludes by saying, given the strong Anglosphere advocates in and around the Trump administration expect Boris to strike fast and cut such a free trade deal with pivotal America in the next couple of years. Yes, but he also what he says over here: third, Boris understands that the key to a successful Brexit is ultimately not primarily about whatever terms the UK laboriously reaches with the EU. Instead, the crucial question is whether, in 3 to 5 years, Britain brokers free trade deals with such Anglosphere nations as the US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and India. But this is a big gamble. I can tell you that getting a deal with India, it's not going to be, I really doubt it. So, and India is, of course, by far the biggest of the Anglospheres. I'm sure India, going by what they have, their their policies and their inclinations over the many decades, they are not really going to sign a very easy free deal with the UK, despite all the good relations. Um, all the other ones, yes, they might be able to do so, but it's a big it's a big ask, as a matter of fact. Well, at the same time, this is not to say that there's not going to be any deal with the UK, with the EU, and whether there's a deal with the EU or not. The UK is in Europe, and it will continue to trade with Europe, regardless of whether there's a deal or not. Sometimes we get carried away thinking that without a deal, it's the end. That's not true. People, businesses, and individuals need to trade, and they will trade regardless of trade deals or not. So. In the end, we don't even. It probably defeats the whole drive to uh, leave the EU. Sometimes it looks a bit foolish and all that, but um, this is ideology. He has Trump backing him, but one of the thing that has been said here is not exactly very accurate. He says that. America in particular, remains absolutely central to the UK economy as a single country. The US is the largest export market for British goods. It is also the largest source of foreign direct investment. But I don't think the US is the largest export market for UK goods. It is Europe, I think. So to cut a long story short, this is what we have come up. We have seen in one of the three UK, one of the three London newspapers. Thanks for watching, and leave your comments below. Thanks.